Hello, and thank you for joining me. Go ahead and come on down to seated on your mat. Get into whatever is a comfortable seated position for you to start off today's practice. Take a moment to just settle into space. Close the eyes and let go of the day. Sit up nice and tall, hands resting on the knees or just gently anywhere in the lap. Go ahead, seal the lips. We're going to cultivate that, if you're able to, cultivate the Wu Jia Yi breath. This is breathing in and out through the nostrils only. It is going to create a little more heat for today's practice. So today's practice is very fiery, energizing. We are working with Aries, sun energy, and Sagittarius, moon energy, both fire signs, both bringing a lot of heat to our practice. So just think about that a moment as you start really tapping into breath, becoming present in your body, present here on the mat. Good. Consciously push the crown of your head up to the sky, reaching long, lengthening the spine. Good. Let the legs grow heavy. Allow them to fall to the earth, relaxing the thighs and the hips. Turn on the navel, turn on the core by drawing the navel in and up. Push that tailbone down. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Gently open up the heart space. And one final inhale to lengthen and lift the spine. Good. Circle the arms wide, reach up overhead. Send them high to the sky, draw the shoulder blades down the body, and just spend a moment here reaching. Don't lose the engagement that we've built up till now. So think about this as compounding on what we've already worked on. So we're just adding to and trying not to let go of what we've already accomplished. Good. Reach here energetically, turning the muscles on, and then bring everything in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Take a moment here, sitting up nice and tall, continuing those deep breaths through the nose. And I want you to push your hands together. Create a little bit of tension here. Slide the shoulder blades down the body, away from the neck. As you're pushing, you might feel a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy starting to turn on throughout the body. Drop the chin to the chest and just feel the back of the neck expanding and opening up to the sky. Keep these deep breaths coming. Keep your posture nice and aligned. So the energy that we're working with here today has to do with fire energy, like we've already discussed. But we're also working with the disseminating moon, so it's coming around to its third quarter. Not quite, but we're almost there. And this is a time for practicing gratitude and accepting where we happen to be in our life right now. So I want you to take a moment here on your mat, open up today's practice with an expression of gratitude. Whatever that may be, surely there is at least one thing you can find yourself grateful for in this moment. Maybe more than one. Go ahead and just mentally, or even aloud, if you're feeling comfortable with that, go ahead and say these things. I am thankful for, I am grateful for you all being here with me. That's what I'm grateful for right now. Good. And no rush. If you're still expressing your gratitudes, please go ahead and complete that. Okay, and then let's end this little moment here by giving yourself an expression of acceptance and grace for maybe something that has been bothering you, or if you're just not quite feeling quite right, or something's been up, or you're giving yourself a hard time. Give yourself grace, give yourself some acceptance. Send yourself a little love here in this moment. Deep breaths here, folks, and then reach out wide once again. Hands circle up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And take a moment, reaffirm your practice, your intention. Good. Now we're going to send the legs long. Actually, not quite long and straight, but we're going to bend the knees gently. Spike the heels down to the mat. Point those toes high. Try to maintain the integrity that we've talked about in the core and in the spine here. We're going to reach the right arm behind us, sweeping behind, maybe even sending the gaze back with it, like a gentle twist. And then we're going to circle the arm all the way up overhead, slow and steady. We're making these big windmills come down. See if you can tap the opposite edge, the outer edge of your left foot. Maybe you just come to the calf or even to the knee. That's totally fine, wherever you're at. And then sweep the left arm behind you. Maybe send the gaze back for a little twist. Good, slow and steady. Reach that arm all the way up and over. See if you can tap the outer edge of your right foot. Good. We're going to do this again. Sweeping the arm. We want to go slow and intentional, and I really want you to feel this out through the shoulder. Notice if anything's feeling crunchy or stuck. Feel that out. If you need to explore a little bit of back and forth in any of these tight spots, please go ahead and do that. All right, a third round here. Good. Make these twists count. And send the arms up and over. Good. Then we'll get the left side in once more. Excellent. Come back to sitting upright. Push the knees down this time. Let the heels gently lift off of the floor if you can. Good. And then relax. Exhale. Here we're going to go ahead and send it into a tabletop shape. Push the tops of the feet down. Push the hands firmly. Now remember, in your tabletop and in all of our hand-supported postures, point those elbows behind you. Your elbow creases should shine forward. Turn those lats on. Hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Good. And then with your breath, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, curl the spine, push the vertebrae up to the sky. We'll go ahead and take a few rounds of cat-cow, moving the vertebrae. I always encourage you all to make this practice your own. And as always, do what feels good for you and your body. If I cue you into a pose that just doesn't feel right, back out, take it easy. See if you can modify for yourself. All right, keep the spinal movement going, whether you're taking a classic cat-cow or you maybe go off the tracks and do some left to right action here. Good. We're going to go ahead and from here, curl the toes under, come right up into a down dog. Check those elbows, bend the knees, lift the heels, melt the heart down, send the hips high. Good. Deep breath. Send the gaze between the legs.
Drop the crown. Good. Now see if you can draw the navel up. Think about arcing up and overhead. We're going to shift into a plank pose here. Spike the heels back. Shoulders, hands under shoulders. Good. Exhale. Come back into your down dog. Good. Again, draw the navel in and up. Come into a plank. Good. Shift it back. Excellent. One more time. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the knees down, come back to tabletop. Good. We're going to send the left leg back. I want you to lift it up off the earth and try to keep your hips balanced so we're not opening up the hip joint. Toes point down, or maybe even toes point to the left. That can even help your balance here. Good, and then we're going to exhale and just send that leg all the way forward, coming into a nice low lunge. Get your feet wide here, find some stability. Get up on your fingertips, and for just a moment, we're going to stay low. Send the heart forward. Stretch out this left leg, this quad, as much as you can. Good, then turn these legs on by scissoring those thighs towards each other. And we're going to inhale, reach high into a kneeling warrior one. Good, maintain your posture. And then we're going to exhale, and we're going to twist it open to the right. Twist to the right, open the arms out. Exhale, windmill this right arm down. Reach the arms up high. Good, exhale, come all the way back down. Hands to the earth. And then on your next exhale, we're going to shift into this half kneeling, half splits here. Straighten the right leg, push those toes to the sky. Look forward, inhale, exhale, bow the head. Pull the right hip back. Nice deep stretch here. If you have to bend through this right leg, that's totally fine. You might not be as straight as I am here, no worries. We're still just trying to get a stretch along the back of this leg, either way. Good, exhale, shift forward, plant this right foot. We're gonna get this left knee up, plant the left hand, come into a closed twist, reach high. Good. Exhale, windmill that right arm down, step back into plank. Good. From here, you can lower slowly, either on the knees or not, you decide. Come all the way down. Inhale, rise up, cobra, baby cobra. Use the core here, check yourself. Can you lift the hands? Can you stay where you are? Good, exhale, release. Push yourself back up into our all fours position. Good. Left leg is going to come out this time. Point the toes down, maybe point them over to the right. Check those hips. Stay balanced. Good. Deep breath. We're going to step that left leg forward, coming into this low lunge on the other side. Check your footing. Squeeze those thighs towards each other. Inhale, push the heart forward. Enjoy this low stretch. And then on your next inhale, we're going to rise up, a kneeling warrior one. Squeeze those thighs towards each other. Good. Big breath here, and then exhale, twist it open to the left this time. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Reach those hands out. Good. Sweep this right arm down to come up. Reach high. Exhale, lower it down. Good. Take a moment back in this low stretch. And then on your next exhale, find your half splits. Pull this left hip back. Try to straighten this left leg. Get a nice deep stretch along the hamstring into the calf. You might even be feeling this up the spine. Good. Roll forward once again. Plant the foot, plant the right hand, lift that right knee. Come into a nice closed twist here, reaching high. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Send your gaze up if you can. Good. Exhale, windmill that left arm down. Step back into plank. From here, once again, slowly lower. Knees down or not. Knees down can be especially helpful if you are dealing with any low back issues, which I tend to suffer from quite regularly. So just know that you have the support if you need it. Take a little low cobra here. And then we're going to push up, this time coming into a down dog. You can hit a plank kind of upping your way to do that, or come into all fours first, whatever you need. Take a moment here and breathe. Take some deep breaths, close the eyes, or send the gaze. Well, send the gaze between the feet either way, so that your crown is dropped down, and then maybe close the eyes or not. So we talked a little bit about gratitude and acceptance and practicing that here on the mat. Aries energy is also a force of will. If you did my Aries practice, we did a lot of very strong poses, and we talked about our willpower. I invite you to tap into a little bit of that willpower again today. Thinking about what you can will your body to do, what you can will your mind and your spirit to do as well. With optimism. Okay, from here, we're going to lift the right leg high. Again, balance the hips, okay? Try to not open the hip here and send the leg back, but we're trying to maintain this posture. And then we're going to exhale, plank through the upper body, knee to chest, okay? You might know this move. Kick it high. Inhale. Good. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. See if they can touch. Kick it high. And then we're going to open up scorpion pose, foot to the glute, open the hip. Good. Arc the knee up big and wide, big rainbow. See if you can touch knee to same elbow. Ooh, kick it back. Excellent. Step forward. Come into a high lunge this time. No dropping the knee down. We're going to inhale right up into, we're going to actually come into a warrior one, excuse me. We're going to keep our knees wide. Stretching out this left leg, hips are kind of forward here. And we're, like I said, feet wide, so we're not coming into alignment on the foot. Reach your arms high, face forward. Good. Deep breath. Exhale, hands to tailbone. Push your fist down. Look up. Take a few deep breaths. And then inhale, reach the hands high. Pivot the left toes to face forward so that we can safely exhale, coming back down to the earth. Okay, we're in this high lunge, low lunge, high lunge, whatever. I never remember these lunges. We're going to come into a little twist here, just like we did before. Closed twist. Right arm comes down, step back to plank. Okay, from here, you might go ahead and take a full vinyasa, maybe coming chaturanga, halfway, up dog, meeting back in down dog. Good. Deep breath. Get ready for the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg, find balance through the hips, balance through the shoulders. Exhale, plank, knee to chest. Kick it up. Good. See if you can touch a knee to opposite elbow. And then kick it up. Here we come into that scorpion, foot to the glute. Good. Then arc that knee up and over. See if you can touch knee to same elbow. And then kick it on up. Good. Last time, step it forward. Stay high because we're going to come into our warrior one. Good. Exhale, hands to tailbone. Go ahead and push. Actually, make sure you switch your clasp. So whichever thumb is on top, go ahead and switch that, whatever comes naturally. Good. Take a few deep breaths. And then we're going to inhale, sweep, windmill the arms down, come back into that starting shape here so that we can come into our closed twist. Good. Exhale, bring the hand down, step it back, find your plank. From here, vinyasa, however you like, chaturanga, perhaps to an up dog, or continue with the flow we took earlier. Everyone meet in a down dog. Take a few deep breaths. Notice how you feel. Bend the knees. If you're comfortable with hopping, we're going to take a deep breath, hop at the bottom of our exhale. If you're not comfortable with hopping, maybe try a few tiny hops or practice big steps. So deep breath, exhale, hop it up. Halfway lift when you get there. Good, and then exhale, fold. Take a moment here in this fold and just really let the spine hang down. Good, bend the knees, root to rise, come all the way up. Reach high, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Good, take a moment, notice how you feel. Notice if that fire has turned on for you. We're going to bend the knees so we can root to rise, which is hands high. And then exhale, chair pose. In your chair pose, pull the navel in and up. Push the tailbone back and down. Make sure you can see your toes. Hands go high as you're able. Deep breath. Inhale, come up and send the right leg up with it so we can come into this balance pose. So from here, see if you can clasp onto the shin. Good. See if we can pull that right knee up towards the right armpit. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and release. See if you can, without looking, step back. This time, warrior two. So our feet are going to be in one line, heel to arch. Reach the arms out. Good. Strong through the legs here. In our warrior poses, we want to turn these thighs on, scissor them towards each other. This is called warrior for a reason. And then the right arm is going to sweep across the body to come towards the front. And then we're just going to take a few deep breaths, bringing the arm across the body. Think about like stretching out a bowstring here. So reach forward, sweep it across the front. Inhale, draw that string back. One more time, sweep it forward. And then draw it back. Good, beautiful. We're going to windmill this right arm all the way up and over. Ooh, coming all the way back down like we have. And we can take a little closed twist from here. Good. Windmill this arm down. Plant your hand. Option here, vinyasa. Take it or leave it. Good. Come into down dog. Take a few deep breaths. Bend the knees. If you're comfortable with hopping, take a deep breath. At the bottom of your exhale, hop it up. Otherwise, find your own way. Bend the knees. Bend the knees, root to rise. Hands to heart center. Good. Once again, root to rise. Hands go high. Exhale, chair pose. Deep breaths. Maybe lift those toes. Good. Inhale, come high. Left leg lifts this time. See if you can grab onto that shin. Ooh. And see if you can pull it up towards your knee, towards your armpit. Good. Exhale. See if you can, without looking, step back into a warrior two. Go ahead and find this pose. Good. Strong thighs. Sweep this left arm across the body. Come forward. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale, sweep it. Inhale, draw back. Good. One more time. Exhale, sweep forward. Inhale, draw back. Send your gaze behind you. Good. Windmill the arms down. Come back into this closed twist. Good. Windmill down. Step back to plank, chaturanga, or down cobra. Maybe skipping it all together. Everyone meet in a down dog. Good. Deep breaths. Okay, if you're comfortable with it, bend the knees and take a hop. Or find your own way. Halfway lift. Fold it down. Good. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Exhale. Hands to heart. Good. Root to rise again. Hands go high. Exhale. Chair pose. Good. Deep breath. Reach it high. Bring the right leg up this time. Good. Go ahead this time, see if you can bend the knee so you're bringing your foot towards your glute. And then we're going to see if we can grab the right foot with our right hand. This is our dancer's variation number 1. If you grab your foot with the outer edge of your foot with your hand, you're going to roll that shoulder back a little bit and really get a nice opening through the pecs. Good. Take a moment here, breathe. Okay, good. See if you can, without looking, step it back once again. We'll take a warrior two. Deep breaths here. Reverse warrior. Stay in your legs. Send your right arm down, left arm high. Good. And then we'll take our extended side angle. Keep your legs just how they are. Windmill that right arm up overhead. Maybe the left arm can come down to the earth, or maybe it stays rested on the thigh. Either way, we're bringing power from the core here, not from the arms. Good. Exhale, windmill the arms down. You got this. You know where we're going. Take a plank, vinyasa, or skip it. Go ahead and find your down dog. Good. From here, go ahead, hop, step to the top, however you get there. Halfway lift, and then fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Root to rise again. Exhale, chair pose. Good. Inhale, rise up, left leg lifts. Bend the knee. See if you can grab this foot here to bring it towards the glute. Once again, grab the inner edge of that foot. Let this left shoulder roll open. Try not to let your right hip drop out, okay? And try to keep your core turned on. Good. We're going to find balance here and breathe. Good. See if you can, without looking, step back once again, warrior two. Find your posture. Turn on those thighs. Take a deep breath. Reverse warrior. Reach high. Good. Exhale, extended side angle. Start here with the hand on the thigh, the forearm on the thigh. Maybe you come down here. Either way, squeeze the shoulder blades, reach the arms out, power from the core. Good. Exhale, come on down, plant the hands, find your plank, skip it, or take a vinyasa. Good, meet into down dog, take a breath. Bend the knees, find your way to the top. Good, from here, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root to rise. Come all the way up. Good, exhale, hands to heart center. Root to rise once again. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, rise up, bring the right leg width. Come back into your dancer's variation number 1. Just like before. This time, we're going to start bowing forward, seeing if we can come into a variation of this dancer pose. So think about just dialing the navel down to face the floor. Reach that left arm out. Kick your right foot up into the right hand. Create a little tension. Good, deep breaths. Stay here if you can. Take a few deep breaths. If you come out of it, that's okay. See if you can try again. Beautiful. Exhale slowly with control. Come back into a nice mountain pose here. Nothing fancy. Shake it out if you need to. And then we're going to root to rise. Hands go high. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, rise up, left leg comes with. Once again, taking that variation of dancers here. Find your balance. And then we're going to exhale, bow it down. Good. Rise back up with control. Exhale and release. Go ahead, shake out the feet if we need to. And then we're going to bend the knees, root to rise. Reach high. And then we're going to exhale and fold it down. Good. From here, this is our last chance for a vinyasa. Go ahead and take it or leave it. And then we'll all go ahead and meet in down dog. Good, deep breath here. Right leg comes high. Balance out those hips. And then exhale, bring the knee to the elbow, the wrist, I mean. And we're going to go ahead and set up for our pigeon pose. So you may know that I like to have everyone start pigeon here. You can try to work your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat if that's available to you. And if it's not available to you, then that's okay. See if you can turn on this foot to keep those toes active. And then take a look behind you. See if your leg that's long is in line with the body. Notice if it's cocked forward to the left or to the right. Try to dial it in. And then turn forward. Let the hips relax. Try not to roll too much onto that right glute here. And then if you're here, you're here. Or you might go ahead and come a little lower. You decide what works for you here. Now, wherever you are, make sure you're able to take smooth, long, deep breaths. If you're struggling with your breath, back out and get into a shape where you can actually breathe. That's the most important thing, is to be able to give the body what it needs, and it needs breath more than it needs you to force it into a shape. Good. Now, if you're all the way down here, cool, stay here. If you're up a little bit higher, totally fine. We're all going to swing this left leg around to come forward. And we'll go ahead and just get into this one leg forward fold shape. So I'd like you to try to keep the toes active. Try to anchor your heel down. Don't worry if your knee is really bent like this. Totally fine. Get where you can be. Reach the arms high. And then we're going to exhale, fold from the waist first. Fold it forward. See if you can reach the calf, the ankle, the foot. And then we're going to exhale, bow the head and shoulders. With each exhale, relax and fold a little deeper. Good. Inhale. Use your hands. Push yourself back upright. Good. Go ahead. I like to crisscross my feet from here. Roll back forward. We're all going to come into a down dog shape so we can repeat what we did on the other side. Come into down dog. Take a breath. And then lift the left leg. Take a moment. Balance out the hips. We're not here long, but posture still matters, okay? And then exhale, go ahead, come into pigeon on the other side. So remember what I said, adjust the legs. Maybe we can shimmy this left shin forward a little. Maybe, if not, that's cool. Activate these feet here, especially your left toes. Protect the knee. And then take a look, see what that rear leg is doing. Can we adjust? Good. Then, if you're able and you're ready, we could come a little lower. Continue with that deep breathing through the nostrils. And if anything feels really tight here, try to envision your breath expanding that area. Whatever that means to you, whatever you might be able to take from that, give it a try. Each inhale expands and each exhale allows you to sink a little deeper. Good. On your next exhale, we're going to roll onto this left glute. Send this right leg all the way forward. Good. Inhale, reach the hands high. Straighten out that leg. Point those toes to the sky. And then exhale, fold from the waist. Again, fold from the navel first. See how far you can go. Then go ahead and relax the head and shoulders. Now, I like to cue this stretch by keeping these toes active. This will really help get a stretch into the calf and the hamstrings. And if that's too intense for you, once again, bend into the knee. Or if it's really, really intense, you can relax the foot. But I encourage you to try to find, try to turn on these muscles whenever we can. Not just stretching them, but actually engaging them. Good. Inhale. We'll take a deep breath. We'll use the hands to help walk us back to an upright position. Go ahead and stretch out those legs. Send them nice and long. You can bend the knees. Get yourself in the middle of the mat and then test yourself. See if you can. Really slow with control. Maybe holding on to the thighs. Maybe not. Go ahead and just lower yourself all the way down. Ooh, good. Coming into this nice flat back. And take a deep breath here. Let the back settle. Let the shoulders drop down. Good. Turn on the core. Pull the knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze. Maybe circle the knees here to release tension in the low back. Massage the kidneys. Good. Send the arms out wide into a T. Exhale, drop the knees to the left. Take a deep twist. Let the hips and thighs relax. Let the shoulders relax. Send your gaze to the right. Good. Deep breaths here. Good. Turn on the core. Roll back to center. Take a moment. Let the back compress, decompress, nice and flat. Take a deep breath. And then exhale. Twist it to the right. Let the hips and thighs relax. And let the shoulders settle. And send the gaze to the left this time. Good. From here, turn on the core and come back to center. Good. Exhale, drop the feet back to the earth. Keep your knees bent. We're going to reach the hands towards the heels and set ourselves up for a little bridge pose. So you want a small distance between your fingertips and your heels. Okay. And then we're going to push firmly through the feet. Push firmly through the hands. Inhale, lift the hips high. Send the hips to the sky. Send the heart to the chin and send the chin up to the sky. Balancing on the shoulders. Don't turn your neck here. Just trust yourself. Try to find one long line of energy through the spine. Good. Exhale from the top, from the shoulders. Drop the vertebrae down one by one till we come to the tailbone. Good. Relax. Good. Okay, see if you can stick the right leg high into the air. Straight up. And then then see if you can take a bridge pose with one leg up straight. Just see how it goes. Inhale, lift. Same thing as before, we just have one leg high. Hands push down. You might be in a low version of your bridge, that's okay. Good, exhale and drop it back down. Good, exhale, bend the right knee, bring that foot back to the earth. Good, take it to the other side, left leg comes straight. Okay, take a deep breath, come into a little bridge. Notice how it feels different. Don't get down on yourself if it's not as high as it is with 2 legs. We only have half the power this time. Good, exhale, come all the way down. Good, slowly with control, bring that leg back to the earth. Good. Turn on the core once again, pull everything into a little ball shape. Rock a little side to side if that feels good. And then we're going to take a deep breath, drop the shoulders down, send the feet high. So just sort of like opening up into a little waterfall shape here. See if you can straighten the legs, see if you can get the feet flat to the sky. Good, exhale, squeeze it in. Take a deep breath. Exhale, push the legs out. Good. Hold it here for a moment, and then repeat, squeeze it in. Deep breath. Exhale, expand. Okay, final moments here before we go into Savasana. Enjoy this waterfall shape with your legs high to the sky. Snuggle your shoulders and relax. Maybe sneak in any final movements you would like for before Savasana. And finally, give yourself a moment of gratitude for just showing up for yourself, for your practice. Working on the whole body, mind, and spirit here on the mat today. Good, and if you're ready, take a final deep breath. Wherever you are, we're going to move into Savasana. And then we're going to exhale and just expand out. Send the legs long, send them wide if you can. Take up space. Palms open to the sky to receive. In your corpse pose, try to embody that idea of no movements and attempt to have no active thoughts. So if things come through your mind, let them be passive. Try to notice them and then try to maybe push them aside, quiet them down. Try not to engage. We just want to release and relax and spend a moment to reset. So
Drop the shoulders, maybe snuggle the shoulder blades under the body. Chin to the chest. Go ahead and let your breath return to normal. Of course, feel free to pause the video here and take a longer Savasana. Otherwise, we will begin wiggling the fingers and toes. And if you're able to stay with me here for all of this practice, we will close out with a final moment of intention and with a big Om. So stay tuned. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Bring movements into the legs, into the arms. Maybe take a full body stretch if you enjoy that. And then find your way back to a seat. Either come into a fetal posture or come into a little ball so you can rock and roll. However you get there. Join me back in this seat so we can close our practice. Take a moment. Reach the arms up overhead, just like before, reaching high. Drop the shoulder blades down. Create that intention again, that awareness in the body. Just because our practice has ended doesn't mean we necessarily have to let go of that awareness that we've cultivated. And then as your hands are reaching high, think about grasping and bringing in the energy you cultivated here for your practice. It is in the air around you. We just need to continue working with it, right? So grasp that gratitude, okay? That idea of optimism moving us forward, and that idea of our will driving our desires. Go ahead and bring the hands to heart center, pulling your intentions in with. And this moon also offers us the idea of abundance. So I offer you this to give back some of this energy, this abundant energy that you've cultivated here today. Give this back to your community, to your household. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, imagine the abundance flowing out of you and into those who need it. Again, deep breath, hands up overhead. Bring it on in, cultivating and gathering those energies. Harvesting our intentions. Good. And then take another deep breath. And when you exhale, imagine the overflow. Going to someone who needs it. Once again, last time, circle the arms up overhead, grasping for the energy, the air that we've developed around us, and bring it on in, hands to heart center. Take a deep breath. And exhale abundance. Good. We'll close our practice with a final Om here. Om is the primordial sound of the universe and resonates with all chakras. It's such a great sound to close practice with. So join me now. Deep breath.
Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and I hope to see you back on the mat